After being told other information from the guild worker, Tanaka finally got approval to take on the job. Walking out of the guild building, Tanaka looked in the direction of the town's gate. Just as the last time she saw it, there were people guarding the gate and allowing people to head into the town. After seeing the jobs offered by the guild, she had an understanding that the guards not only provided protection against monsters, but also to keep watch of those who entered the town. As she walked on the main road, wagons passed her by. Some of them had people walking alongside the vehicle wearing armor and weapons. I guess those are adventurers taking on the job of escorting the wagons? Tanaka thought to herself. Seeing the adventurers made Tanaka think about whether she'd take on such a job at some point. It wouldn't be bad to see more of the world in the simulation. People walking to their destination glanced in Tanaka's direction. Some of them nodded in greeting or waved a friendly hand. A few even eyed the gauntlets attached to her waist and armored vest. Seeing how people reacted to her weapons and armor really gave an impression of how different the world in the simulation was compared to the outside world. In the past, if she were to walk about with a rifle, the police would have been called and she'd been arrested. But in this reality, having a weapon on your body is expected. Though the likely reason why regular people don't carry a weapon was probably due to the safe environment they lived in and the cost. Weapons aren't cheap, Tanaka laughed to herself, remembering the prices she'd seen in the stores at the guild. There were a few gauntlets that she'd enjoy purchasing at a later date. I also need to check out the auction house where other adventurers sell their weapons they crafted. She made a mental note to herself. But there was a suspicion that such weapons would be sold at a significantly higher premium. She sighed to herself, imagining the amount of work that would be necessary in order to reach the level necessary to purchase such items. I'll definitely have to get above level 10 in order to take on jobs that pay more. Tanaka thought about how each of the horned rabbits would only pay 5 guild points. The guild employee had explained that different areas would pay higher or lower per horned rabbit that was captured, and purely depended on the regional factors. Since more adventurers were able to hunt the rabbits, the pay would be slightly lower. Thinking that some places could pay less than 5 guild points per horned rabbit, Tanaka thought back to what Darlina had mentioned to her. It'd be good to keep in mind the differences in the portals. There may be a portal that would take her to someplace that paid more per monster. Though, it could also be that better paying locations were in a different underground city. Tanaka was thinking about how many locations were scattered throughout the world for all the survivors. If each location had dozens of portals and each portal connected to a specific location, then there could be magnitudes of places in this simulated world that likely couldn't be accessed due to sheer distance. In her mind, she tried to imagine the amount of time and energy that would be needed to explore every part of the world. It also made her pessimistic about being able to run into an adventurer from a different part of the world in a separate underground city, like in the Union.